What's up? What's up? What's up? We live. We live for these last few plays, man. We on here. We on here for the last few plays. Nobody ruin it for me. Peyton Thorne threw the pick that broke our backs. Yes, he did. When we should have ran the football. Yes, we should have. But it was Peyton Thorne's fault. You saw Hugh Freeze got in him for not checking to the run. He had his two fingers up. So it's again, bro. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's insanity. You keep hitching your wagon to Peyton Thorne, bro. This is what we're going to get. Nick ran it down yesterday in the live. He ran it down yesterday in the live. He said, man, he ran through every game Peyton has played at Auburn, and it's the same result, man. It's the same result. But you keep, again, trying to get in the car and just messing with a car with a bad starter. You keep playing with fire, you're going to get burnt, man. So, I mean, you know, I don't know if Auburn can do something in 14 seconds, man, but that play was uncalled for, man. This uncalled for. But we on here live, man. We on here for the reaction for the last 9 seconds now. Let's see. 3rd and 1, 9 seconds left. 3rd and 1, 9 seconds left. What yard line are we on? Are we over? We're not even on the 50.
No, it's like the 44.
We're on the 45-yard line with 9 seconds left, man. And we are live. If you want to get your comments in, drop your comments in. I'll read your comments. Incomplete pass over the middle to Rivaldo Fairweather. 4 seconds left. Oklahoma leads 27-21. Oklahoma 3-1, Auburn 2-2. Oklahoma starting a true freshman quarterback coming into Jordan-Hare Stadium. And we have Auburn has 4 seconds. 4th and 1. You got to go to the air, man. Bro, he didn't even throw it to the end zone, G. He didn't even throw it to the end zone. Game final. True freshman comes in with down 5 receivers, down with 13 different combinations of offensive linemen. A true freshman comes into Jordan-Hare Stadium and beats Auburn. What's your thoughts, Nick? You in there? You good?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm just wasn't. Yeah. Man, this is tough.
Yeah,
this was tough. For the simple
Talk to
fact
me.
of, you know, I'm sitting here. I charted the whole game, but I was trying to have all my numbers right.
Okay, you can go ahead and I hit the.
No, you good. Okay. You good.
Ed, okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Just let me know when you're ready. Ed Darby coming in, he said decision making and the RPOs on the previous drive after a big run. Absolutely, man. You saw how Coach Freeze was going crazy on this man when he came to the sideline. But again, with me, man, this is a Coach Freeze problem because you keep going to the same thing that's, bro, it's burning you every week. It's burnt you. We went over this yesterday. Me and Nick went over this. He went through every game that Peyton Thorne has played at Auburn. And he's roughly in between 50 to 59, 60% passing in games, and especially in meaningful games, man. So, but that's not a Peyton Thorne problem. You have to be like, it was one of the quarterbacks said, like, Steve Spurrier told him, he said, it's not your fault, son. It's my fault because I keep sending you out there. But it's a Hugh Freeze issue, man. You keep hitting your wagon, bro. He keep burning you every week. This dude has burnt you just in almost every game he has burnt you, man. At what point are you going to go forward and be like, man, I'm not going to get burnt with this again? But he'll probably be right back with him at Georgia and losing another game. All right, hold on, man. I got y'all. Wade, we should have kept the ball on the ground. Yes, that was a RPO decision. That's why Hugh Freeze was fussing at the dude. That's why my man Ed Darby said this right before you. Decision making in the RPOs on the previous drive. So he killed that drive right there. Not making the right reads on the RPO. Then he throws a pick 6. Okay. What part of what part of Peyton Thorne's give us the best chance to win? Are we still saying that? All right, Wade. Yeah, you said you should have kept it on the ball. We look better. We play a team. Okay, CJ DeJour. We look better.
Shout out to CJ DeJour.
Shout out. Humble Soul. Let me in, champ. Okay, I'm put in the link so you can come in. It is a freeze. It is a coach freeze problem. It is. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that the offense don't work. It's not that the scheme don't work, because we saw them run up and down the field on a fresh Oklahoma defense, which we know that's a good defense. You know what I'm saying? And barring the goal line, take the points, man. You're not that great. Take the points. My man missed 2 field goals. Well, 3 of them. So you see what I'm saying? It's not the scheme. It's, bro, we got a trigger man issue.
Scheme is part of the problem. Scheme is part of the
problem. Well, Bubba being here for you. He'll be here in a minute.
That's fine. I mean, that's perfectly okay. That's not a problem with me.
Yeah, this is a Hugh Freeze problem. Who's next? If y'all think Peyton Thorne was the problem, that's crazy. He was the reason we're in the game. Yeah, because you haven't seen anybody else. You see what I'm saying?
I agree with this statement right here.
You're saying
I agree with this statement.
If Peyton, and we're gonna let you in, Bubba. If Peyton Thorne is not the problem, then it's okay to get out of the RPO and throw 2 passes straight, and it's okay to just throw a pick 6 to lose the game. Peyton Thorne is the problem. That's just we're
not
basing that. Hold on,
not this game.
Okay. Okay.
No, but go ahead. Go ahead. No, okay. I was just talking out loud. I was just talking out loud.
I'm here for social worker to see how you all are doing. I am not trolling and actually being genuine, because I know that was a tough loss. Okay. Thank you, PhD. We appreciate you coming in, man. Yeah, it wasn't tough for me, because I said before we played this game, Hank Brown should be playing in this game. That's what I said before this game. So it wasn't tough for me at all. It was what I expected. In the fourth, we should have definitely kept the ball on the ground. That wasn't a Hugh Freeze issue. That's why Hugh Freeze was in his can when he came to the sideline, man. That was Peyton Thorne. All right. What's up, man? Yeah, it do. This one hurts. It does. God body. Okay. Yo, I'm gonna take some calls in a minute, man. When the Sandman get through right now, we got we got beat by a freshman QB at our freshman QB can't get off the bench. Right, exactly. That part. I've never said he gives us the best chance to win. I said we can win with him, but if he makes dumb decisions, that hurts. Ed Darby, 5th-year senior losing to a true freshman. Absolutely. Someone I know who is an Auburn fan just texted me and said they are in an abusive relationship with Auburn football. Absolutely,
wow,
man.
That's hilarious.
That's great, man.
Hilarious.
I don't know what y'all say. Peyton lost us the game. Thank you, man. I'll say this. They have their opinion. We just disagree. I agree with Felix. Not that either one of us are right or wrong. This is an opinion forum. This is a family forum. So your opinion is what it is, man. Just because I'm on the mic doesn't mean your opinion doesn't count, because it does. So if you think that, you're free to post it, and we're gonna, post and see what you say. But Felix says Peyton lost us that game. And Ricky Seals Jones says bullcrap. Travell says exactly. Okay, we go. PT played a decent game. What's the problem?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Defensive scheme is bad too. He needs to bring more pressure. Nick, you're freaking blind, guy.
Who's it that?
Felix, just don't talk. Jonathan Parker, Peyton Thorne is the problem. He needs to sit down for the rest of the year. Why do we keep pulling him out there? So this is a family. We split down the middle in the family. And I'm reading comments while Nick is writing his information. The pick was a play call issue, not a Peyton Thorne issue.
Exactly.
Peyton Thorne did
Very
what
true.
He was supposed to do.
Very
he
true.
threw right behind the blitz.
Very true.
I don't care
Very
what
true.
somebody called. They
Very
don't
true.
tell you to throw a pick.
Well, here's what happened.
Nobody ever tells you.
Here's what happened. Here's what happened on that play. Here's what happened on that play. They showed a zero look, so they didn't have anybody in the middle of the field. So in that situation, if you the quarterback, you see, I'm done writing now, so I can talk. So you see, you look at that as if, all right, they're bringing pressure. What happened was they brought pressure, but one of the linebackers dropped back in the lane. If both of those linebackers would have came in the A gaps, then that pass, he would have completed that pass. He would have completed it. It was also tipped at the line as well. Thank you, Mr. Humble Soul, for saying that. But it was also tipped at the line as well. He would have completed that pass because that would have been open right there where those linebackers would have been. The linebacker, he simulated pressure. He came, but then he dropped back right at the last minute, and he was in the lane when it was tipped. He just stood there. He was there for the interception. I'm not upset. I'm upset that he caught it, that he picked it off and took it back for a touchdown. In my person, from looking at that, but that was the right read in that situation. That was the right read in that situation. He made the right read. It's just the fact of the matter that the linebacker, he dropped back out at the last minute, and he was in the passing lane. Because when you see that coming, a cover zero, when you see cover zero, a cover zero blitz looking like that, first thing you think about is they sending pressure. It was a tipped interception. I mean, he threw the right read. It's just when he threw it, the linebacker dropped back at the last minute, at the last second, and he was right in the passing lane, and it was tipped at the line too. So it is what it is. Other than that, Payton Thorne played a pretty clean game. He played a pretty
Other
clean
than
game.
him not on the previous drive, he killed a previous drive not running the ball. And then threw a pick six, bro.
You're putting that on Payton Thorne for not running the ball?
Yes, he's running the RPO. He makes the decision. He makes a decision, dude. He's the decision maker in the RPO. It's a reason Hugh Freeze was eviscerating this dude when he came to the sideline. It's a reason Hugh Freeze was visibly just out of his sorts with Payton Thorne.
I think Hugh Freeze was mad at him because if he would have kept running the ball, the clock would have ran. The clock would have kept running.
So that's a Payton Thorne issue.
That's not I understand. That's clock management and game management. I agree with you in that situation. But if you look at the play, either read would have been fine. It's just that it was an incomplete pass. Now, if he completed that pass, the clock still moved, the clock's still running. We're not even having this conversation right now.
Yeah, but that's not the point, though. But go ahead.
Okay, what's the point? I'm just asking, what's the point? I'm just asking, what's the point then?
I'm saying, we're saying if it was a complete pass, it wasn't. It's like, bro, right there, he should be running the ball. Again, if he would have came to the sideline and Hugh Freeze would have been like, thumbs up, guy, you did the right thing. The dude killed a drive from what. And I'm not gonna just go into like I'll watch the film. I'll watch the film and then we'll get back with you tomorrow at 6. But just on site, man. I mean, I just totally vehemently disagree that Payton Thorne was not the problem. Did he have a good game up until that point? In my opinion, yes, he had an awesome game up until that point. But it's like the game is a whole game. It's like, if I'm fighting you and I'm like knocking you down the whole match and we get to the last minute of the fight and you knock me out, bro, I got knocked out and lost the fight. I know.
But it's just
DC was a great boxer, but he just got knocked out. The game is a complete game. You got to play the whole game until it ends. Then you are judged. It's like, bro, he killed us in the last 2 drives. But go ahead. And I'm gonna catch up the comments. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, catch up the comments. That's
okay. Fine. It says Payton played well, but you can predict he is going to short circuit at some point. The end of the game is on Freeze. Okay,
I agree with that because the end of halftime, but going into halftime, that was definitely mismanagement on the coaching part. There's no way that that Auburn should not have scored a touchdown off of that. On that last possession going into halftime and the first possession of the game. I mean, what are you doing? Why are you taking out your running threat quarterback and putting in a smaller quarterback to run some type of wildcat offense that's not working? I mean, you ran it before and it didn't get any yards on it. Why are you doing it? So I mean, yeah, there were some coaching decisions in the beginning of the game that we wouldn't even have been in this situation. In the beginning. But it's magnified. But Payton Thorne is going to get the blame because of what happened. Now, what led up to that? If those coaching decisions were done at the beginning of the game, or for example, like I stated, that drive going into halftime, or that first drive taking the points, taking the 3 points, or even looking at something different, giving a different look, Payton Thorne may not even be in a situation where he has to throw that on a third down. So we blame Payton Thorne. We give, trust me, I have given Payton Thorne a bunch of crap. Please believe it. He has gotten a bunch of it from me. But I'm not gonna sit here and give him crap on certain stuff when I'm looking at the game and I'm seeing what the defense is doing, and I'm like, I mean, I can't be mad. Yes, it's an interception. The ball was tipped at the line, but it was the right read.
If it was wasn't tipped, it would have still been an interception.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? So okay. I'm like, bro, it ain't no way you can tell. You know, let me say, you can. It's no way I'm convinced that a competent quarterback would have threw into that. That's just my opinion. The family can have their opinion, and you know, I'm not railing against your opinion. I'm just saying my opinion. I think Payton Thorne cost us the game. Now, did Hugh Freeze and the coaching decisions not to go for, not to take the points and all this stuff, and yes, that cost us. Did the defense cost us? But it's like,
I can't put this on the defense
cost us, man. Ken Lee giving up that big play cost us, dog.
Ken Lee was getting beat a lot. He was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he had a pass interference call in the end zone that set him up at first and goal.
That big play that cost us. So the defense has a part in it. But what I'm saying is, even with all of your past mistakes, dude, up until that point, Auburn is in control and can win that game. All you got to do is, bro, make some smart decision and salt the game away. So it's like we can look back, hindsight 2020, but that's just my opinion. And I'll go to the comments and let you know I've given my opinion. And we're gonna bring the mayor in and we're gonna go to the comments and let y'all decide. Payton Thorne lost us the game. Felix says Payton Thorne was the best option off the top interception.
Off the top interception.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew Payton Thorne was going to go back to himself. Right now, he needs to get rid of the RPO because he doesn't have the QB to run it. Asia's in the house.
Where he gonna go to?
She say Hugh. She say who? Hugh goofed this one. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Felix. No. 2 missed field goals and two missed field goals and a bad play call at goal line lose us the game. Okay. Exactly. We just differ on this one, man. The man audibles out of 2 straight run plays, 11 points in the 4th quarter. Right. He audible out of 2 straight run plays, but okay. Hugh Freeze lost us this game with the play calling. Okay. So a family just split, a family divided. 2 missing, Towns missing those field goals killed us too. Okay.
Exactly.
The pick was tipped.
Okay? Exactly.
Okay. We just a family divided, man. So true. Felix said, did y'all see Payton look around like a deer in the headlights? Did y'all see my God, y'all are just incredible.
I mean,
that was a tip interception.
Yes,
okay.
It was.
It would have still been a caught interception if it wasn't tipped. The man was standing right in the throwing lane. That's what I don't understand. It was tipped, but if it wasn't tipped, it would have still been intercepted. He shouldn't have thrown it.
We don't know that if it wasn't tipped. Just like
okay,
just,
bro, it just like
still, just like hold on. Just like we don't know if Hank Brown would have had a great second half.
But that's what you guys are saying, that if it wasn't tipped, it would have been a completion. You can't have it both ways. You saying it was a perfect play call. You saying it was a perfect throw. He threw it to the right place.
It was a perfect. I didn't say it was a perfect throw.
Right? No. What I'm saying, you were saying.
I never said that perfect throw never came out my mouth. Now
let me fix it. You said it was the throw he should have made.
Yes, it was.
And you said if it wouldn't have been tipped. So what you're insinuating that it would have been a good throw if it wouldn't have been tipped.
If it would not have been tipped.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, I'm saying if it wouldn't have been tipped, it would have still been intercepted. You saying if it wouldn't have been tipped, it would have been caught. What I'm saying is we're both hypothetically saying something. That's all I'm saying. You can't have it both ways and just go hypothetical both ways. That's all I'm saying. That it would have been a completion. And I'm saying it wouldn't. So it's just, okay, that was a very poor throw. The ball has to be thrown with some air. I didn't see anyone over the top. Right read, bar, throw. 2 missed field goal, says Adams. Felix, Nick, no now with your nonsense.
That's perfectly fine.
Felix, he was reading the defense pre-snap What are you talking about, man?
Thank you.
So you don't. So you don't ever read. So you just read pre-snap and no post-snap, I guess.
Listen, pre-snap, both inside linebackers were showing blitz.
Okay.
He dropped back.
Okay.
The linebacker came.
Okay.
As soon as he did this, as soon as he got ready to go in his throwing motion, the ball was out of his hands.
Okay.
That linebacker dropped back as soon as he threw the ball.
Okay.
That was a tip pass. If that ball was not tipped, that could have been a complete. I'm not saying it would have been a completed pass, but it could have been a completed pass. It probably would have been more of a completed pass because the guy wasn't there.
Now, but see, it's like, bro, how are we gonna do this two ways? If I say if it wasn't tipped, this is an interception, I'm wrong. But then you can say if it was tipped, wasn't tipped, it was gonna be a completion
because he wasn't there. The tip gave him an extra step to get back to that area.
But what I'm saying, when I say that, it's like I'm wrong and it's all hypothetical. I don't get it. I don't get that part.
I'm trying to understand your point because I'm not getting it. That's what I'm saying. Because that's fine.
Okay. I wish Towns would have made those field goals too, Asia. Bad throws. Classmate, your looks when Nick says some things is hilarious. No, I just like to try to be quiet and let Nick say his points without interrupting him, like I have done in the past, which is not cool. So that's a practice. 2 plays didn't lose us the game, DC. Okay. This is crazy, guys. Go back and watch the game again. Yes, that's the coach wanted him to do was run the ball. Wade Freeze should have punted the ball instead of trying a 51-yard field goal. No, Hugh was mad because he wanted to run the ball. Those were bad passes. Quit defending the guy. Peyton Thorne is what he is. Run the ball. Peyton Thorne was not the problem, my guy. The ball was tipped. Fellas, I could only watch until halftime. Had a photo shoot. What happened? Looks like those 6 points we left on the table came back to haunt us. I knew Thorne play well. Okay. There was no pressure. The linebacker dropped in the lane, but he had time to see where to throw the ball. He still threw it. So we just split down the middle, I guess. Last 2 drives, I mean, what you expect, my guy, in real time. No more wins, sad day. Felix, DC, you're right. Just my opinion. That was crazy on the call. Hugh Freeze sucks. It's time to retire the Wildcat. I never want to see that mess again. If you want to blame Peyton Thorne for 2 plays, where's the blame for Cam not keeping his route vertical and losing us 7 points? It's not one-man issue. I agree, Asia. Amen. We left at least 4 scores on the field. Game could have been an easy win. There were some throws that he wasn't even on the same page with the receivers. That loss was not on Peyton Thorne. I agree, being in a situation where no one can even make one mistake all game long is tough. See y'all later. I can't do this tonight. K-Lee been getting beat all season. A competent QB wouldn't have thrown that. He would have ran the ball and took the sack. Jonathan Carr said should have made the field goals, 2 missed and 4, and field goals fix field goals. All right. DC, I saw Brady throw the same route in the same situation. He did what he was supposed to do. Just gotta tip your cap to Venerables. 2 missed field goals killed us. Not Peyton Thorne. Facts. Peyton Thorne ran the RPO fine. The RPO also wasn't the issue. All I can say is wow, bad play call towards the end. Auburn University is now officially recognized as Charlie Brown University. That is hilarious. Freeze can't call plays. That's it. We need to run the ball a lot more. We ran the ball 40 times. Jesus Christ, the overreactions. 21 for 32, 338, 1 interception. Got to watch the second half, but I'll take that any day. So, Bubba, you didn't watch the second half?
That's Tez. That's not Bubba.
I mean, Tez. I'm sorry. Tez, you didn't watch the second half?
No,
Okay.
he had a photo shoot.
Okay, that's right. You can't ask for much more than that from a QB. Frodo, that interception was a pick six that lost us the game. Think about quitting my job. Oh man. With the cover zero, the saber throw is to the outside. Peyton Thorne got baited.
But there were no routes to the outside. Everything was a slant towards the middle of the field.
Did the defender really have to move? No. Looked like he just stood in his and got the pick. Take care. Y'all gotta go. We finna go too because we're gonna watch the Alabama game. The losses on Peyton Thorne and Hugh Freeze. Lastly, War Eagle, I'm still a fan. No reason Hunter shouldn't have broken 100 yards. Bubba and the old man, Auburn Sports Talk. I came in here not saying anything negative, and you decided to go there with me, shaking my head. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I
didn't see that. I must have skipped it. I'm sorry. All right, and I'm gonna take phone calls, and if you bring the mayor in, hear what he got to say, and I'm gonna take phone calls right quick, and we're gonna put this one in the books. Put it in the books. Take phone calls. Let me drop the line for you guys. You got 1 minute, and the Sandman is gonna throw you off. He said he agrees with Ricky Seal. Say I agree with Dr. Wolf. Let me get y'all the link. Whoever want to come in can come in. Here's the link. There you go. Come in, audio only, please. No profanity, please. No vulgarity, please. We got kids watching, people riding home from the games with their kids and families. This is a family-friendly show. Bubba, you welcome to come in. Anybody want to come in, make a comment? You got 1 minute on the comment. All right, we got Bubba waiting on the phone line. Let me get the mayor and see what the mayor has to say right quick, and then we're going to go to Bubba. What's up, mayor? Talk to me.
Man, I feel like two things can be true.
Okay, ride with it. Ride with it, mayor.
I feel like Peyton Thorne and Hugh Freeze are to blame for this one.
Okay.
I feel like we should have ran the ball. We obviously seen that Peyton Thorne called to call his own number to throw those passes early on in the fourth quarter that cost us that drive. We should have bled the clock then. But then we also had another chance to bleed the clock. It was 3rd and 4. We shouldn't even call that play to even put him in the position to throw that pick. So that's Hugh Freeze's fault.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel like two things can be true.
Okay, that's fair. Anything else, Mayor? The mayor be coming in bringing civility to the show.
Two things can be true, man. But I feel like obviously our defense showed up at times, but also they had blunders. Secondary, we got to get it together, man.
Yeah,
we got to get it together in the secondary.
The explosive plays was crazy, man.
Yeah, we got to get it. A true freshman shouldn't tear our secondary up like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it says the defender came up like he was rushing and then dropped back. Last second, Peyton had a defender in his face. My man says Sooner Magic strikes again. What's up, Glenn K? What's up? Welcome to the show, Glenn K. Welcome in, Glenn K. Glad to have you in, man. Asia said Hugh Freeze said in the press conference that he should not have put Peyton Thorne in that situation, and I totally agree. He shouldn't have put him in the game. But go ahead. Anybody else? I'm going to bring Bubba in. You ready, Bubba? You ready, Bubba? Bubba, talk to me, man. What you got? You got 1 minute, Bubba. The Sandman gonna throw you off in 1 minute. Go.
All right. I just want to ask Nick one question. I'm still looking for clarity. What is the problem with the scheme? I still don't understand.
Yeah, no. In this game, the only thing that I'm talking about with that is let me clarify scheme in this situation. I would more likely say play calling, not play calling, but game management, game situational type stuff. Like especially on the first drive, I just feel like there could have been better plays called. Especially when you're on the 1 yard line. Going into the halftime break, that was definitely a mismanaged. We should have definitely scored on that, especially when you had Oklahoma reeling and we was basically gashing them down the field. So we should have got points going in there. We should have We should not have been kicking a field goal. We should have been somewhat looking towards the end zone to throw the ball towards the end zone. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the commentator said that we should have been throwing that ball towards the end zone to either get a stop clock, or at least try to get some points on the board. So
I agree on
those are the two things in that situation. And then leading up to that, if we score on the first drive and we score on the drive going into halftime because we had momentum. I mean, it had momentum going into halftime. Peyton Thorne's not in a situation to where he's throwing that third down pass, in my personal opinion. But you know, it is what it is. I need to choose my words a little bit better when I say stuff. So I would more than like I when I say things, I mean more of like game management, game situational type things is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, I think that was mismanaged bad on two situations which cost us this game. I can't put this game on Peyton Thorne losing. Yes, he had one play that where if you go back and look at the play, I mean, I know we all in our feelings right now because Auburn lost. We all love Auburn. We all want to see Auburn win. We want to see them be successful. But if you look at the play, it was a cover zero. Nobody in the middle of the field. He showed blitz. As soon as he snapped the ball, he dropped back, gave him a delayed reaction, a delayed drop back, and he had pressure in his face. He threw the ball. If the ball was it was the right read. It was the right read. Dude was just he was just there. He was just there, and it was just an interception. That's all it is. So I mean, it is what it is. But I can see my time back to Bubba. What else you got, Bubba?
All right, so that was the thing that kept throwing me off. So you don't have an issue with the system?
No, I don't have an issue with the only problem that I have with the system is I think sometimes it goes too fast, and when it goes too fast, you can't slow it down and control the clock sometimes. Now they did a pretty decent job with that before everything happened or towards the end of the game. And you can kind of see that, and you can see that. But other than that, I don't really have a problem with the system. I have a problem with situational football with Coach Freeze sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I had an issue with that also. But on Peyton Thorne, you cannot, in my opinion, look at 3 plays from one player and blame an entire loss on that one player when the coach had us down at the 1 yard line and brought in a receiver to play quarterback, ran student body right.
Yep.
When they're light in the middle. They have 2 guys on the entire defensive front that are 300 plus pounds. And then later in the game, we saw a quarterback sneak work to perfection on a 4th and 1.
Exactly.
So I hated that play call. I was screaming to take the points.
Exactly.
Because we were already down 7.
Yep.
And we had seen that story before. We came up with no points. The defense played well, in my opinion. I don't think the quarterback gashed us at all. He hit one deep shot. That was really it. Otherwise, the back end played pretty well, other than Kayan Lee on a PI.
He ran a touchdown. What you mean?
Bro,
yeah, he had
a broken play. Wasn't.
But you say he didn't gash us. That was a touchdown.
He had a 48-yard touchdown.
And then we didn't give up any other plays to him.
I know, but you just say he didn't gash us. He did.
Okay, he gashed us on 2 plays.
Okay. Well, I mean, like Nick say, we have to be careful with the words we choose because he did gash us. But go ahead.
I was speaking more to Marcus's point that he was torching our secondary, and that's just inaccurate in my opinion. I like DJ Durkin's game plan though. He went a lot of man to man, and that was perfect for this game. DeMarcus Riddick played very well in a very specific role as a spy.
Spy on the quarterback.
Yeah. Shouts out to DeMarcus Riddick, man. Shouts out, man.
Yeah,
he was perfect for the game. I had been screaming for him. Hold up, pause. I had been calling for him. We were about to play New Mexico State or New Mexico to give him a shot as a spy. But I mean, other than that, the game plan's fine to me. Peyton Thorne played
So you
well.
think the game plan was fine?
Yeah, the game plan was fine.
Okay.
For this
I would just like my 5th-year senior quarterback to understand that situation better. And honestly, that you could put on the coaches. He should have been in his ear. Hand this ball off. Do not.
But you shouldn't have to tell a 5th-year senior that. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. You should not have to tell a 5th-year senior, man, hey, hand the ball. What's the problem is he's doing it in practice. That's the problem. He knows what to do. He's grading out in practice. He's grading out on the board. He's grading out in situational things in practice. and that's how he's getting on the field. So Hugh Freeze probably is like, okay, he already knows what to do. And it,
Yeah,
He would be an option though.
here's my
for a pass on that situation.
exactly. This is why I put it on Hugh Freeze, because it's a run pass option. So basically, he is taught something like, look, if this linebacker or this defensive end does this, pull it and throw the ball to the dude in the middle. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that's what he did. I mean, I just feel like I just feel like he's doing what he taught. It's an option. But the thing about it is, I'm not disagreeing with you in situational football. You up 21-10, 8 minutes left in the game. Well, excuse me, it was 9 minutes and some change left in the game there. Run the ball. I'm not disagreeing with you there. But if that's what he's practicing and doing all week, it's just in his it's just reps that he's doing. He's doing the reps that he's doing in practice. He's seeing this and he's gonna throw that.
If that was the case, Hugh Freeze wouldn't be upset. He'll be like, "You're doing what I told you to do."
You see
what I'm saying? I don't believe that.
Hugh Freeze was upset because of the fact that he did not give him the ball to run, because you're not looking at the situation that we're in now. That's the reason why Hugh Freeze was upset. He was upset because of situational football. We up 21-10 right now with 9 minutes left. If we continue to run, if you run the ball and you milk the clock, then yes, that's why Hugh Freeze was upset. The situational part of the football of the game is what he was upset about.
Okay. All right. Just this one point, DC. If you give a kid scissors and he runs with them, all right, and the next time he asks for the scissors, you give him the scissors and he runs with the scissors again, whose fault is it?
It's my fault, because and that's what I'm saying, is Hugh Freeze's fault for putting him on the field, period.
No, my point
you're making my point, Bubba. He shouldn't be on the field with no scissors tonight. It should another quarterback should have been on the field with the scissors. You're making my point. It's Hugh Freeze's fault. It's Hugh Freeze's fault for keep putting him out there, Bubba. That's my whole point.
My point is, I don't think Hank Brown would have been able to escape pressure as well. I think the decision to start Peyton was fine. The decision to have RPOs in that situation when that 80 seconds of clock is more valuable than the first down.
Yeah.
That's my point.
I mean, we lost the game, so it's hard to make that point when Peyton Thorne, we lost the game. So I'm like, bro, this is my whole point, bro. We're losing games doing the same thing over and over and over again. Bro, you can be getting Hank Brown these reps for next season.
But this is
you can be getting Walker White these reps for next season.
But I would say before that pick six, I was at home telling my brother, I'm like, I gotta apologize to Bubba because Peyton Thorne does look like the best quarterback in the Auburn.
But how do we know that when we've not seen anybody else but for one half? It's like, I just don't understand how we keep making that assumption that he is the best option we have when we only seen Hank Brown for one half. So what are y'all comparing that to?
All right, I don't get Hank Brown went against a defense that was what will we say lesser than Oklahoma?
I don't know, man.
He had 3 interceptions.
Okay,
against a defense that really didn't show him any type of looks or pressure for real.
Yeah, but Peyton Thorne had four interceptions against a lesser defense also. So
someone against Cal?
Yes.
You don't think Cal was a better defense than Arkansas?
I don't know. I have no idea. But what I'm saying is we can look up the statistics and find out. But what I'm saying is Peyton Thorne threw 4 against Cal. Hank Brown threw 3 against Arkansas.
Okay.
How are we deducing that Peyton Thorne is a better quarterback? Because we won't let Hank Brown play above his mistakes or give him the currency to play through his transgressions. But we keep trotting Peyton Thorne out game after game. Give Hank Brown the same currency. That's all I'm saying. And let me see that Hank Brown can't do it. You keep putting and if he's making this thing talking about it's my fault for putting Peyton Thorne out there, which everybody wants him to do, don't throw Peyton under the bus. That means we're gonna keep seeing the same thing every week.
This is my point. You can't blame Peyton Thorne for this loss.
Okay, that's your opinion. I do.
It's on both parties. It's a 50-50.
Hey,
to me, it's 50-50. If you want to blame the early part of that fourth quarter, it's on Peyton Thorne. But if you look, we had another opportunity to milk the clock, and it was bad play calling on Hugh Freeze.
It's bad. It was bad. It was bad situational game management. Is what I put it down to.
Anything else, Bubba? I'm gonna get to these comments, man. Catch everybody up, and then we're gonna get out of here, man.
If Towns Magoo hits his 2 field goals and then they take the points on the 1 yard line, we're not even having this discussion.
If Peyton Thorne don't throw a pick 6, we're not having this discussion. If Peyton Thorne, if Peyton Thorne goes to the running backs in the running game in the RPO, and we might not be having this discussion. We can do this all day. We can do this all day.
For the fact that there was 9 points on the board,
we can do this all day. Go ahead.
Do you think that Jarquez Hunter going into a cover 0 box in that situation was a better idea?
I said it was Hugh Freeze. That was, in my opinion, just unbelievable that you would get down to the 1 yard line and then bring in Sam Jackson.
I'm talking about the picks.
On what?
Picks. They had 8 men on the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
If we run inside zone there, do you think we pick that up?
I don't know. We all talking hypotheticals. Because I'm getting shot down. Bubba, I'm honest with you. Bubba, let me finish. Bubba.
Okay.
Bubba, to answer your question, when I'm making hypotheticals, I'm getting shot down for making them. So I don't know. It's a hypothetical. I have no idea, man.
But to answer your question,
I'm trying to think about Hugh Freeze's mind on that play call.
Yeah, okay.
That's my point.
Okay.
I think it was just a great play call by Brent.
Okay.
But the clock still runs, though, bub. If you run the ball in that situation, the clock is still running. And then you get to punt the football and rely on your defense. Like you said, I misspoke earlier. Our defense was holding up. So put the game on your defense, to your point.
That's what I wanted him to do, but I'm just trying to explain the reasoning. And then it was just a bad break. If that linebacker drops the ball, the clock don't run, but we're still punting the ball, and we're probably going to pin him inside the 20. And
if he drops it, how can everybody else do these hypotheticals, but I can't? Man. I just don't get it. It's like, how can everybody else do hypotheticals?
Was such a low percentage chance that was an interception. That's my point.
Okay. I mean, I'm just wondering
how you ran the football.
I would have ran the football too, but I'm just saying we ain't gonna pick it up.
All right, man. Let me get to these comments, man, and get out of here. Appreciate you, brother, man. We'll holler at you, man. Thank you for calling in, man. All right, man. He was right. Shouldn't have put Peyton Thorne in the situation. It should be another QB altogether. 24 Auburn 24 first downs, OU 11. Before halftime, no Sam Jackson give the ball to Hunter 3 times straight. Auburn 1 turnover, OU 0. Our Mason Thomas for OU is a monster. OU QB threw for 100 yards in the 4th. He ran a 48-yard TDs and threw bum freshman QB bus up. I don't know what that is. Anybody?
He threw he saying he only ran the ball. He had a 48-yard touchdown and then threw a 60-yard pass down the field.
You talking about the quarterback? Okay. I agree with you, Nick. I feel you, bro. C Hall say he done. Peyton Thorne had time to change his check down. It's on Hugh and Peyton. Let's stop this. They played the same defensive game. We had more yards against Arkansas.
No, we didn't.
Thank you, DC. They are trying to Peyton Thorne to, I guess, get Peyton Thorne off the hook because he played a good game until then. I think Freeze needs to put in all the freshman players for the rest of the year. And no, it wasn't when he threw the ball to him. Okay, give us some context. All right, is there anybody else? We about to get off here. And any other thoughts, Mayor? Nick?
No, I'm good. I mean, I'm straight. Right. I'm good.
Thank you. What can they find y'all at, man?
Excuse me. My bad. Oh, what are you talking about? I was talking about the Cal. What? I was talking about Cal.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man, we the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. You can find us in these YouTube streets. Search us at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on YouTube. And we doing live shows every Wednesday. And follow us on our social media platforms at the Water Cooler Talk. And If you like listening to the audio version of podcast, find us at on your favorite podcast player. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get it, wherever you get your podcast, listen to us, like, subscribe, and rate the show there. Let us know how you feel. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, what's up? Y'all can call me. I'm DC Wolf. I also got some stuff on the grill, and they was like, "Do you want me to take it off or what?" So I gotta, text and get my stuff off the grill for it burn. Anyway, when y'all want to come in and celebrate a sad occasion, come over here. Auburn Addicts at Auburn_Addicts. We're here after every game. We'll be here to break it down tomorrow after we get all out of our whatever we in. We'll be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Check us out. We're going to watch the film. Then we'll get back with you guys and do a review and a preview for the Georgia game. War. Hey, I'm excited. I'm excited y'all here. I'm excited. Glad y'all came in. Appreciate y'all giving us some of your time. You don't have to give us some of your time, man. Thank y'all so much, man. DC is excited to see y'all. DC is excited to be with the family. Appreciate y'all coming in. See us again at Auburn Addicts TV. Till the next time, War Eagle, everybody. War